Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally Nata here. I'm here today to talk to you guys about the infamous palette that has recently came out from Anastasia Beverly Hills that I'm sure you have seen a lot of reviews on that are really disheartening, heartbreaking really, because I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I think it was the first high-end palette that I bought, high-end eyeshadow palette that I bought, and it's my favorite palette that I've ever purchased, thus far. It is my absolute favorite. So when I saw this, the moment I saw this on their Instagram, I fell in love. Like, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be just like the Modern Renaissance palette, my favorite palette ever. I am buying it the day it comes out, and I did. I purchased it and it came this past Saturday, and now I'm, just now getting to film a review. I did open the box, but I have not touched this palette yet because I wanted to touch it for the first time on camera. And of course, I've been watching other people's reviews. I am a very avid YouTuber, so I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and they, like, every review that I've watched from my favorite people has been terrible. Like, from people that I know can do makeup, from like Makeup Shayla and Alyssa Ashley, Symphony Soto, my girl that I really love, Juicy Jazz. I watched all their reviews and they were all bad, and I'm so sad. But I had to try it out for myself, of course, because you have to just try everything out for yourself. This is the palette right here. I just think it's just absolutely stunning. I just think it's so beautiful. A lot of people didn't like the color selection. They said it was a little too weird, which it is weird, but I like this. Yellow is my favorite color, so it has these beautiful yellows in here, which is really, that is the number one thing that made me want to get the palette. Sorry, the brush just fell. That is the number one thing that made me want to get the palette, these pops of yellow, and I just feel like it's really different and really pretty. So we're gonna give it a try for ourselves today and see if we have any other type of luck, any better luck with the palette. And I'm also going to be inserting some swatches so you can see how these colors look on my skin tone. Wish me luck, guys. I'm very nervous, and I just don't want to have to do this video like 3 times before I can get it to work like I've seen other people have to do. So let's just hop right into this and let's hope for the best. First, we're going to go into the swatches, and then we'll get into the eyeshadow look. And if you're interested in seeing all that, just please stay tuned. As you can see right here, the colors swatched beautifully. They felt buttery, they felt creamy, they were extremely pigmented. I especially loved these mattes, which I'm zooming in on right here. Very pretty swatches. It's really hard to imagine that this palette could be as terrible as a lot of people are saying it is, because it's swatched absolutely gorgeously. It seems very pigmented. They seem really buttery, and they just seem really nice. It kind of reminded me of the Modern Renaissance palette, so it's really hard for me to imagine that these wouldn't blend and work beautifully together. The first shade that I'm going to take is going to be New Wave, which is this color right here. I've primed my eyelids. I used the NYX eyeshadow base in the color Skin Tone, and I also set that down with some Laura Mercier setting powder. So I'm just going to go into New Wave right here, and I'm using a Royal and Langnickel brush. This is a Royal and Langnickel crease brush, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into my crease. I was just testing the fallout, and this New Wave shade does not seem to have like an excessive amount of fallout, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in my crease. I'm gonna try my best to not let other people's opinions, other reviews that I've watched, I'm trying not to let their opinions sway mine in any way, shape, or form, because I do not want to not like this palette. Like, I really want to love it. And I have to say that this shade right here is working out fine for me at this moment. I will say that in my opinion, it does, like really up close, it does look like a little patchy. It's a little powdery and a little, it like didn't pick up on some areas of my eye. So I wanted to do something green, maybe a little gold. Go into Destiny, which is this color right here. I'm gonna take the brush that came in the palette. I love these brushes. They do break quite easily though. Like they'll come apart on you real quick. So you gotta be careful with that. But I do like the actual brush. It's a good brush. Ooh. Yeah. Oh God. If you guys could see, it's not like the huge space right there. It's like going on in its own, like it has a mind, like they seem to have a mind of their own. Like you see how it won't blend right there. And it looks all streaky. Look at that. It looks all streaky. And it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better. In with some more New Wave and try to like soften this out, because that line right there between the two shades doesn't seem to be blending together. I spent a significant time blending, but I think I got the two shades to blend together rather nicely. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a little streaky. Just a little bit though, like it's not terrible. As of now, I'm not extremely disappointed at all. I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is another Royal and Lang nickel brush. I'm going to go ahead and go into the shade Untamed, which is this shade right here. I'm gonna put this in the outer V, excuse me. I'm just going to build this up on the outer V of my eye. This is extremely pigmented. Alright, I've been blending forever and it's not really blending very well. Right now it looks, oh my God, I just realized this. Right now it looks really bad. It looks terrible. But I'm gonna keep going. I've been trying to blend that line away right there between the green and the yellow for like ever, and it won't go away. It's not really blending. Oh my God, it's not blending at all. I just keep going over it and going over it and going over it and going over it. And you know, other eyeshadows would have been blended by now. I'm going to take the other side of the Anastasia brush that came with the palette, and I'm going to go ahead and use Adorn, which I'm going to show you in 1 second. But first, I'm going to go ahead and spray this with some setting spray. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So I'm going to take Adorn in the inner corner, which is this gold shade right here. It looks really, really pretty. It's swatched really, really nicely. So wow, whoa, a lot came out. So I'm gonna put that on the inner. Whoa, this is nice. Take another like flat concealer type of brush. This one is by e.l.f. and I'm going to spray it, and I'm going to go in with Electric, which is this another favorite shade of mine that I really think it just looks amazing. So I'm going to go in with this one right here and see what that's working with. Okay. Oh look, it made a space on my eyelid. It like started showing skin. The fallout with a baby wipe and everything like that. This is the eyeshadow look. I can't say that it looks terrible. It's not too bad. It took a lot of blending, like a lot of blending, but I think that it looks nice. I really do. I'm not disappointed in the eyeshadow look at all, and this was my first try, so I can't be too mad. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and finish up my makeup, and I'm gonna be back to do my under eye with you guys, and we'll see the final look, and I'll give you all right guys thoughts. So I finished up the eyes, and you know, after finishing up my makeup and putting lashes on and everything, like, I think this looks really gorgeous. It took a bit more blending, you know, than I normally would have to do with other eyeshadow palettes, but I can't say that I hate it. And I also went ahead and took my finger and put it into Electric right here, and I dabbed some more on top of the green that's already there, and the finger may be the way to go with that color because it made it pop even more. So let's go ahead and finish up the under eye. First, I'm going to take Electric on the Anastasia brush that I used before. Let's spray it because that was not working with just a dry brush. Okay, now we're getting something. That's actually pretty. I'm gonna just put that on the lower lash line, and I think I'm gonna put Adorn in the inner corner. The finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. My final thoughts on the Anastasia Subculture palette. After watching everybody else's reviews, I was very, very disheartened. I was very sad. I thought this was going to be a complete fail. This was my first attempt at using the palette, and I only had to attempt to use it one time, and I feel like I got a really pretty look. I'm not a professional by any means, and you know, I'm not a professional blender, but for what I normally do, I feel like this is very, very similar, the way they blended and everything. There was a bit of patchiness and streakiness, but once I really went in and blended and blended and blended, I made it work, and I feel like this is a really, really nice look. Like, I really like it. I really like the look that I came out with, and I feel like I could create other looks with this, so I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I didn't use a lot of the other shadows. I heard this shadow right here, Roxy, which was extremely pigmented on my swatches. I heard this is a problem color. I also didn't get to use Cube, so I'm going to use that one right now. I forgot to highlight my brow bone, which I always usually do. So I'm going to just put a bit of that on my brow bone and see how that looks. It's like pinky and iridescent. It does not go with this look at all, but I'm still going to use it. A color that I feel, whoa, it's going on this eye, a completely different pink. And I felt that way with a couple of the other shadows too. I felt like it was going on different colors with one eye to the next. And maybe it was my first time using the shadow on this eye, and then I would move to this eye, and after I had, you know, used the top layer or something, maybe that did something, but I felt like the color just completely changed on me from one eye to the next. I feel like I got the colors to blend pretty nicely. Let me know what you guys think. Final verdict on this, I recommend you to purchase this. I bought this with my own money, of course, and I'm not a big YouTuber, so I don't really got the coins like that to just be spending $42 on some crap. I can relate to, you know, I'm a normal person. I can relate to a lot of normal people in that regard. I don't know if I would recommend it. Compared to the Modern Renaissance, if you don't have the Modern Renaissance and maybe you were thinking about getting that one or this one, there's no competition. You should definitely get the Modern Renaissance over this. If you are really into these shades and you just want to give it a try, I say give it a go, because it's not terrible. It's just not all that great. If you were like on the fence teetering, should I try this? Should I not? I would say you could pass on this one. I would just say pass on this one. It's not a must-have, and that's really, I'm really sad to say that, but I don't feel like this is a must-have. Other palettes that I have are must-haves. Modern Renaissance is a must-have. A lot of these Juvia's Place palettes are must-haves. This is just not. This is not a must-have. I think it would be a good addition to your collection if you are just a makeup junkie like myself, because it is a very interesting color scheme, and you could create some nice looks with this, as I did today. It just might take you a little bit longer, which is a bit ridiculous for it to be an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, which is $42. I feel like I shouldn't have had to spend the amount of time that I did blending, but it wasn't terrible. That's all I can say. It wasn't terrible. Like, that's my final words, guys. It wasn't terrible. I'm going to play around with it some more. I am not going to return it or anything like that, because I want to keep it. I want to try more things with it, and I am really, really in love with these colors. I just really am. I just think it's beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you in your decision on whether you want to purchase the Subculture palette or not. You know, it's always great to just try things for yourselves. Don't take somebody's review as the end-all be-all, because if I did, I would have returned it without even opening it, because that's the reviews that I saw were that bad. I was shocking. My mouth was like, are you serious? This cannot be real. But then I tried it for myself, and I came out with a cute look. So it's all about, you know, your personal preference and trying things out for yourself. If you are strapped for cash, I would definitely pick the Modern Renaissance over this if you don't have it. If you do have it and you're strapped for cash, you might just want to pass on this one for a while. It's not a must-have. So that's really all I have to say, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed doing this review for you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this review, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share it.